Hey everyone, welcome back to England. As you can see, we have been attacked by the Genoese. Good old Gimignano Gistignani has attacked us, accompanied by Captain Guidano and Captain Vaggio. Big old Captain Vag. They've attacked us in the field. They've attacked Duke Barty Carr, which is a bit of a mistake, in my opinion. And you know what? It kind of looks like it might be a river battle. I can't tell. But anyway, I'm sure we can hold off this force, even though they have quite a large amount of men. You know what? They've actually got more men than we do. They outclass us by 400 men. But we have a massive amount of artillery and missile units and some, you know, not a bad amount of cavalry or infantry. We do have some weak units, though. That is our largest con at this very moment. But hopefully we'll be able to repel this attack. But anyway, I'll see you in the deployment phase.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
Alright everyone, this is our deployment. Unfortunately, it's not a river battle. I mean, I guess it is. You can see the river. There is a river, but it's not really relevant to our battlefield. We do have a slight elevation advantage, I suppose, and we do have a massive amount of artillery, which I'm actually going to get to fire immediately. My crossbows are either flank. Barty Carr is on the right flank here, and he's going to swing around immediately. Look at this. We've got shit going on already. I believe that's a catapult. I don't know if our mangonels have fired yet. From memory, they fire barrels. There they are. Burning barrels that explode on impact. There we go. Oh, that's fucking sweet. I forgot completely about that. But shit, that is fucking amazing. Alright, let's look at what the Genoese have. A massive amount of cavalry in the back. I don't quite remember there being this much cavalry. You know what? I don't think I looked at the armies too closely at all. But there is 4 generals to this army, and quite a lot of cavalry. Unfortunately, we don't have much anti-cavalry forces, I suppose. I'm actually going to draw a Barty Carr back, because that's a good way to get him killed if we just put him against all of these cavalrymen. Holy shit, our artillery is just fucking wrecking it right now. There we go, we're loosing arrows left, right, and center, and we're getting a full-on charge here. Oh my god, I gotta pause this just so we can make sure our artillery does not fire into our own lines. I'm getting overwhelmed here, and our crossbowmen are about to be charged by these cavalry because I was not quick enough. Look at this. Cavalry militia, luckily. You know, for being militiamen, they look pretty badass. I believe these are the militiamen you get for the Merchants Guild, and we have some of them in London. Oh, wow, they decided not to charge there, luckily. I also drew my Norman sergeants very, very thin, because I don't have very many of them, but hopefully it's enough to fend off and see off all of these cavalry units. I'm not sure, though. We're going to stop our archers from skirmish moding and firing at will. Let's see, where do we got? Our crossbows are being demolished on the right flank, unfortunately. I guess they got caught between those two charges there from our knights and their knights, and you know what, they got sandwiched right in the middle, and it's not a good sight. I mean, it's kind of hot. I gotta say, a little bit of a boner, but not good for them at all. Okay, our our Norman sergeants are being attacked by urban spear militia in the center, and you know what, they're being surrounded by our units ever so much. We're not doing bad. We're taking out a few of their generals. Already we've killed 1 of 4. Unfortunately, though, there's a ton of Genoese reinforcements on the way already on the flank here, we can see. I'm going to bring my archers to bear against them right away. My Norman sergeants aren't doing so hot, and actually I got to get my infantry in to attack these units very quickly. Oh, man. Barty Carr is being attacked by some fucking mercenary spearmen at the moment, which is not the greatest. We're gonna have to sick our light men-at-arms at them. Oh, no, that's my Malays. My mistake. But we just flattened those javelin men with our Malays. Our cavalry is kind of running amok at the moment. I don't know where anyone is, or who the fuck is what. but we've basically seen off this force of Genoese assholes already. We've just got to reform our sergeants a bit, as well as our infantry. Oh no, our crossbowmen have been firing this entire time, but we did just manage to fucking massacre yet another Genoese general. I'm gonna send my crossbowmen to the left flank. They're gonna get fucking attacked right away. Look at that, we've killed, I would say, 3 Genoese generals already, but there's a massive amount of Genoese cavalry on the way to mess up my fucking archers right now. It's not great. Gotta reform my lines very quickly, get my artillery to fire. Okay, hopefully they're concentrating fire on these feudal knights. They've got quite a lot of armor, but a long way to fucking march, and a lot of arrows to fend off. Hopefully we can see them off before this charge is complete. No, not fucking well received in the least. But we did lose an entire cavalry wing over here. We've lost our Malays as well as our feudal knights. And now it's up to Barty Carr to see off the remainder of those cavalry. Who are you firing at? Oh my god, these fucking crossbowmen over here. Fire at the massive infantry, you dum-dums. Okay, look at that. We've seen off the Genoese cavalry. Unfortunately, I think we lost quite a lot of archers in the process. Yeah, 1 unit's down to 83. But we've got 2 units of crossbows, luckily remaining, who can fire on those enemies. We just got to reform our infantry very quickly. Oh my god. I feel bad for the Genoese a little bit because they're getting fucked by our cavalry as well as our artillery. Like, there's no tomorrow. We've got a unit of, it appears, spearmen sergeants on their way. I'm not sure. Maybe the trebuchet can hit them from there. I'm not sure. There we go. Yes. Trebuchets are going full tilt towards those. Oh my god. Is that above our men? Yeah, we just lost a few troops of our own, but damn, that mangonel's fucking sweet. Not very smart to use, but fucking sweet nonetheless. Nonetheless, rather. I'm gonna have to charge in a lot of my infantry right away to intercept some of these units because my infantry are very, very exposed at this point in time. I gotta find Barty Carr. Here he is, about to be charged by some spearmen. Yep. Look at that. These fucking spearmen sergeants are charging forward like they don't even give a fuck. So I'm gonna get my spearmen, my crossbowmen rather, all over it, whilst I fire at their archers, hopefully.
Victory will be ours.
Oh man, there's a lot to manage right now. A lot of fucking enemies coming from a lot of different angles. I'm losing it. Oh my god, no! My mangonels just fucking wrecked everything. They fired into my own men. I gotta say, no one to blame but me there. I think we lost. Oh my god, I'm losing a lot of archers as well due to that cavalry charge. Where's Barty Carr? Barty, come on, buddy, you gotta help me out here. I gotta pull back my archers because they are getting dominated by light men-at-arms as well as some cavalry. You know what? It doesn't look like Barty Carr is gonna be able to take out fucking, I believe it's Lyon. He's not going to be able to take out Lyon as we had intended because he's losing quite a lot of his force. Holy shit, look at this point-blank range fucking firing going on here. If these mangonels can't hit these guys from back here, I don't know what to do. But I'm going to pit my units against these archers. See, they missed both times there. Fried a few of them, but not the greatest. My infantry is not doing bad. I've got quite a lot of them left, and Barty Carr is mopping up their archer units here. Unfortunately, my archers are being relentlessly pursued by some Genoese infantry here. My crossbows are firing into their rears, though, which is probably the best that could possibly happen. The best way this scenario could have gone. But I'm upset that we lost quite a lot of cavalry, as well as archers, actually. We lost quite a lot of those units. A lot of infantry in general is now dead due to my mismanagement. But what can I say? It's difficult to record and play at the same time. Requires some serious brain power. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's people out there that would disagree. But my light men-at-arms are being shot at by these Genoese archers, and I'm going to have to send Barty Carr in to mop them up. A lot of my infantry is following these retreating units, which is not the greatest. They should probably be running towards the units that are still in the fight. My crossbows are firing, hopefully, at these light men-at-arms still, whilst my archers run for the fucking hills. Like, quite literally, they run for the hilly area of the map, whilst these crossbows fire, I hope. Wow, these crossbowmen could really use some fucking armor. They're rocking the padded leather at this moment, which, I mean, I'm sure it could go better for them. My light men-at-arms are going to flank those spearmen, though. And I think oh my god, here we go. A valiant charge by 2 Genoese men here, and they've just slain a lot of my crossbowmen, I would say. My artillery, still firing. Still firing. I did tell them to fire, though, so I can't really be angry. But there you go. Okay, we're going to set up our archers again. Hopefully they can get a few shots off before all of these men attack them. Barty Carr has won the day, though. It appears that these Genoese fucks are mostly routing or running. I just gotta get... I'll grab 1 unit of light men-at-arms to take out those spearmen sergeants. This last unit needs to head over here, and probably this Malaise Petites as well, because my light men-at-arms are about to be flanked, unfortunately. Okay, where are our crossbows at? Here they are. What are they firing at? Who knows? We're going to fire at those light men-at-arms because they are charging at us. Can we get a volley or 2 off? Who knows?
They have lost half their men.
Okay, look at that. We've lost nearly 42% of our army, but we have killed 80% of theirs, which is a 2-to-1 ratio. Not bad. I'm not sure what these crossbowmen are doing. They're just miming the firing of crossbows rather than, you know, actually doing it. Not, oh my god, they are being... fucking getting a pincer movement over here on my crossbows. Oh my god, Barty Carr is now attacking. Well, no, I was mistaken. It's actually my Malays. They're attacking these spearmen sergeants who are now routing. I'll run them down, but Barty Carr really needs to help out our fucking crossbowmen here, because no one's near enough to fucking support. Our light men-at-arms are a little overextended. They're trying to take out the rest of their Genoese infantry, but it's not going great, actually. We're about to lose a unit of Norman sergeants here. Hopefully those light men-at-arms get there in time. Yeah, we're going to have to head back to Marseille, I would say, to take care of this army a little bit. We are severely weakened. Actually, you know what? Lyon only has 1 fucking unit, so maybe we could auto-resolve that assault. Who knows? We'll have to find out. But look at this. We are not even breaking these light men-at-arms yet. Okay, there we go. Holy shit, my archers. It was my archers who captured... Oh. Is that another... is that a captain? Enemy general fallen. Captain Gugliano. Okay, let's see. Captain Vaggio. No! Captain Vag has died, unfortunately. Gimignano Gistignani has died, unfortunately. Cochino de Chiesa has died. All these familiar names. Vico de Vittorio. Wow, that's actually like all the familiar names. Other than Councillor Gugliano, I suppose. The only names we know of the entire Genoese faction, and we just wiped them out in one fell swoop right there. Not bad, I gotta say. When will the Genoese learn not to attack us in the field? Because we'll just fucking beat them back. We'll beat them back like nobody's business, and they're gonna have to retreat to their cities, licking their wounds. Like always, I guess. When will they learn? Okay, I'm gonna reform a bit. I don't think... Do we have to run down any more units? Yes, we got 1 unit over here of Genoese crossbowmen, which Barty Carr will take care of. I believe the rest of the units have actually fled, though. 44 men to this unit. Barty Carr can take care of it very briefly. And then we'll head to those crossbowmen, because I believe that's basically all that's left. That's all that's left for this fucking battle, is these units of cross... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do right now? Here we go. This is gonna be fucking great. I'm gonna... Let's see if we can do this. We'll end this fucking battle with a bang. Like a literal fireworks display. Whenever my mangonels get around to it anyway. Where are those guys? Here we are. Nope. Yep. Here we go. Yep. What? What the fuck? The one time that they honestly do not need to be accurate and they fucking bullseye. I cannot... Those guys were running. I mean, they were running straight towards them, but they were fucking running nonetheless. Oh my god. Give those men a medal. That was a fucking bullseye. Holy shit. You know what? With that last shot, they ended the Battle of Dauphine with a fucking bang. Oh my god.
Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most glorious.
That one barrel roasted all around. I cannot believe that. Holy shit. What a way to go. Holy shit, guys. That was fucking great. That's gonna go down in history. The history of England, that is. Okay, we've got quite a few prisoners captured here, and we've got Vico de Vittorio. He's been captured as well. And I'm going to try to ransom them. I don't see a whole lot of worthwhile units. Well, I mean, there's a Spearman Sergeant unit, a few units, Urban Spear Militia, but nothing that we can't, that, you know, we don't want to release, is what I mean. And I would like to get all that money. But anyway, we'll try to ransom. Of course, the ransom was rejected after that long exposition. But anyway, moving on. Alright, and we are back. And we have a new mission to annex the settlement of Aberdeen. Meaning that we'll have to go to war with the Scots. Meaning we'll have to mobilize Owen Vaughan or Samuel Russell. Maybe both of them. You know, not a problem to have a lieutenant in your army. Just before we move on, though, I want to point out that our Norman sergeants have been replaced by spearman sergeants, and our Malays Patadees have been replaced by feudal foot knights, who are even more expensive and even more badass. And I would assume that is because we hit 1200 AD and we got heavy mail. I would assume that's why those units have now been replaced. We just unlocked Malays Patadees, but they've been replaced by feudal foot knights like a fucking couple years later. So I guess we'll have to switch them out pretty soon here. It appears that these spearman sergeants are not too much better than our Norman sergeants. Cost is the same, but slightly better defense. That's about it. Attack is the same. That's really all there is to it. And they get better armor, I suppose. But anyway... so we've got a new mission to basically fuck the Scots, and mission success to cease hostilities with the Kingdom of France. And we've recruited a bunch of units, some Viking Raiders and some Urban Spear Militia, some regional units. Randall Fitzherbert has died. Right. Oh, that's not who I thought it was at all. I thought it was going to be our assassin. Robin Fitzwalter, not Fitzherbert. Anyway, Robin Fitzwalter is now over here. I don't actually know who... Oh, he's a spy. Right by Lombardy, that's why. He was our spy in Italy. And we'll have to recruit yet another spy in Toulouse, perhaps? No. It's gonna have to be, like, way the fuck up in Rennes or something. And I'm gonna forget about him, and... Oh, whoops. We're gonna never see him or hear from him ever again. But there we go. Hubert of Shrewsbury has come of age. And there we go. He's hanging out with his dear old dad in Edinburgh. And holy shit, Hubert here is militarily minded as well, so we're going to have to ship him to Nottingham to get an education. Duke Barty Carr has won the day, and he's now stationed outside Lyon. We'll come back to that in just a moment. We want to take a look at Frankfurt. Look at this. The Venetians marched on Frankfurt, but unfortunately they found out it was currently owned by the Genoese. They ended the crusade with a bang by capturing Frankfurt for themselves. And you know what? I'm going to say the Venetians, rather, if they were smart, they would take Frankfurt while it's weakened, in its weakened state. The army is weakened, the walls have been damaged, and they've got a full fucking stack here. But they do have a few Crusader units, though, which would probably disband very soon. So, if I were them, I would just take Frankfurt from the Genoese. because, like I said, it is weakened. And so all of these Crusader armies are now heading back to their rightful places. The Portuguese armies, Aragonese armies, etc. My moral qualm here is, since Duke Barty Carr was attacked by the Genoese and the garrison of Lyon marched out to attack him, we could occupy it without any resistance. I'm just wondering if that would excommunicate us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick save, and I'm going to find out. Wish me luck. Nah, just kidding. It will result in excommunication if we just occupy the place. But luckily, if they don't recruit any units within the next turn, we can just walk in unopposed next turn, which is pretty great. That's basically what we're going to do in Paris here. I guess we'll have to do that now. There's not really anything else to do, and our turn is finally up. I suppose I was going to recruit some spearman sergeants and some feudal foot knights, but it appears that there's 9 turns until we get those units. And yeah, you know what? I said we would take Paris, but I feel as if we're not going to have enough time in this episode. I'm looking at my timer right now. It's already 20 minutes in. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'll end it very quickly here. We'll shorten the episode by 10 minutes, but we'll take Paris next episode. I mean, I could probably fill this episode with another 5 minutes of just observations and whatnot. For example, these Scots are now blockading the port of Antwerp. And holy shit, they are moving to take Antwerp back. King William, the Scots conqueror, is now taking Antwerp, and it appears that he's going to be successful because there are no units in Antwerp. They're all weak, it appears. Look at this balance of power right here. They're going to take Antwerp next turn, and we're going to have to deal with that eventually too, because, as I mentioned earlier, we have, 10 turns to take Aberdeen, which is the last Scottish city? No, Bruges is a city, but Inverness is a fortress. So it's one of the last Scottish cities, one of 2. So I suppose I could always move one of these merchants. Let's move these merchants around. We'll have to drop them off in Caen, like so. I'll grab any one of these bastards. Who is the youngest? You're all at my service, I understand.
At your service.
Holy shit, I feel like a fucking DJ right now.
At your service.
Wow, at your service, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna grab probably Rufus Boyd here, and he is going to head to Venice to trade those glasswares.
Unloading my wares.
My mistake. I meant to send him towards Frankfurt to replace Aubrey Wells. We're gonna retire Aubrey Wells. Eventually, when he dies, he'll be retired, and then we'll put Rufus on that node, and we'll gain all of the fucking glass in the world. We are currently sending Gaia Moray to this glassware in what is this? Veneto is the province, apparently. Veneto. Oh my God, we just passed all of these Genoese merchants as well. And look at that, we can't acquire any of them. But yeah, we'll head to that glass node, and we'll have to ship off the rest of these 3 merchants. I definitely want to hit up that ivory in Northern Africa here, if at all possible. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to recruit a fleet in the Mediterranean, rather, and then I'll actually send this guy right around, and we'll just slog those merchants by foot. We're not going to go all the fucking way around the Iberian Peninsula with that fucking navy. It's going to take a coon's age. Admiral Philip needs to drop those priests off near Dublin, though. Oh, what the fuck? Who is this? Oh, I must have taken these units. I don't know where these guys came from. What the hell? How long have they been on those boats? Regardless, we're going to send a few of these bishops around. Yeah, I am straight up confused by where these units came from. All of our towns are pretty well garrisoned. Maybe if you know, if you remember where these guys came from, comment below, because I absolutely have no fucking clue. And save for the Malays, none of these units are really worthwhile keeping. Yeah, I'll ship that Malays unit towards Nottingham. Other than that, I'm going to disband the rest of these units. I don't need any of them. Control a D. Disband. No. There we go. Yes. Yes. That's how it's done. Okay. Malays back on the boats. Head to Carnarvon.
Set sail.
Whoops. There we go.
Full sails.
Okay. So apparently I just dropped that unit off in Carnarvon without going to the port. All right. Confusing as fuck, but it has been resolved. Post haste. Okay. So at some point we're going to have to replace our Norman sergeants. But we're not able to recruit those spearman sergeants for a few turns. And you know what? They're not very common. My mistake. They are completely common. They are actually... They've full-on replaced all of our Norman sergeants. So anywhere we could get Norman sergeants, we now can recruit spearman sergeants. We're going to have to get rid of Captain Folk here pretty soon. Fouquet. I don't know how to say that. But we're going to have to get rid of him sometime. Because he is currently stationed inside our tower. He set up camp, and you know what? He's kind of wrecking everything. We put a lot of furniture in there, and it was very feng shui. There was some nice rugs, and he's shitting right on those rugs right now. But yeah, like I said, like 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, I'm going to cut this episode short because we're not going to have enough time for the siege of Paris, but I definitely want to get this done. So what we're going to do, we'll maintain the siege for now, but the second we come back for the next episode, we will take Paris, and this war will finally be over. France will finally be dominated. I am a little worried, though, because there are quite a few French units. It appears that it's mostly spear militia, though, and we have quite a strong army. Fear not. Paris will be ours. All right. As usual, everyone, I gotta say, though, I'm sorry for the short length. It's just how things worked out. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next video when we take Paris. Holy fuck, I'm excited.